Okay, for the scapula, we have the medial, if I remember correctly, the lateral, and the up here superior border. Well, you can't really see it. Superior border. We've got the spine. This right here is the acromion and the coracoid process, the glenoid cavity or glenoid fossa. This right here is the acromion. It's the highest part of the shoulder. The way you can identify is you're gonna have the glenoid fossa pointing laterally, always out. Over here, you always have it pointing out. Now, you could technically like grab this scapula. I wish I could grab it. But you could grab this scapula, flip it, and put it on this side, and it would be pointing out. But another thing, so you got to have two things. The second thing is the spine right here has to be pointing backwards. So if let's say you took this scapula and you put it on this side, it would be wrong because the spine would be pointing forward. This spine right here has to be always pointing back. Humerus, let's jump into the, I think we got everything. Yeah, scapula, the body. I mean, the body right here. Spine, superior lateral medial borders, coracoid process, left looking good. Arm, the humerus. We've got the humerus, head of the humerus. We've got the lesser trochanter and the greater trochanter. I mean, pretty easy to tell which one's which. Big and tiny. In between that, we've got this little, I don't know if you can see the angle, but it's kind of, oh, perfect. You can kind of see that little dip right there. That's gonna be your oh my God, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Intertubercular, there we go, that's not that bad. Intertubercular sulcus. You can remember sulcus because, there we go. When you see the shape, this is the greater, and then this is lesser. You can see the shape is like a little dip. It's like a little U. So sulcus, U for sulcus, because you got sulcus, it's getting you in it. You've got the, let me see if you can touch it right here. The deltoid tuberosity, you kind of see this rough part. That's where your deltoid, this is your shoulder muscle. Your shoulder muscle runs like this, your shoulder muscle. So it connects here to be able to lift up your arm like this. Let me see if I can show you. So you're able to lift up your arm like that because of your muscle being connected to this the deltoid tuberosity. Head, body. Okay, this is the body, obviously, right? The long part of it. And then on the bottom or the distal end, we've got the, hopefully you can see that, trochlea, which is kind of like the track that the ulna runs through. So you can see the ulna here. Whoopsie, let me not twist the arm too much. You can see the ulna right there. And then this little track is the trochanter. This on the other side, this is just a little round part. That's the capitulum. And this is the front part. And then on the back, you've got something else. You've got the olecranon fossa. It's this hole right there. That's your posterior end of the humerus. So back here, boom, this would be your elbow. Yes, elbow. So your ulna needs space to put your the ulna into the humerus. That way you can have like a straight arm. And then whenever you have bent arm, the ulna also needs space to go into the humerus. That's why you have a trochanter. It's like a round little thing. So we got that. capitulum, olecranon fossa, trochlea, medial and lateral epicondyles. I mean, we've got the condyles here, you got the epicondyles on top, pretty much. Medial would be to the body, lateral would be away, or not away, but on the outside of the body. Got that. Radius. Okay, I guess. The radius would be your flat part right here. This is your radius, that's how you know. They have two different heads, the radius and the ulna. The ulna has this round kind of head, and the radius has this flat nail kind of looking head. That's because the radius interacts with the humerus capitulum, with the humerus's capitulum. So it'll rotate on like this. It'll rotate like this, and you can literally see the rotation of the hand. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, when you rotate your radius, you rotate your hand. So this is me rotating the radius. But it rotates around this little capitulum. What else is there? We've got the head of the radius, we've got the body of the radius, the radial tuberosity. This is just a little thick part coming out. It's on the top. The distal end, we have the styloid process. It's this little stick at the bottom. And then the articular facets, which is down here. That's where you connect to your carpals. These are your carpals. Your ulna, let me see. Is that it? Yeah, we're good. Head, body, radial tuberosity, styloid process, articular facets. Ulna, proximal end, you've got the olecranon process. Well, that one's easy to remember because this is the olecranon fossa, and the olecranon process goes into the olecranon fossa, so that's easy to remember. Coronoid process is the one in the front. Whoops, there we go. Coronoid process would be the one in the front. You can see it right there, and that's the one that when you bend your elbow, it fits into that little hole. So that's your coronoid process. Your trochlear notch is the actual like curve that you have in there. So your trochlear notch would be like that curve right there. What's next? Styloid process and the head. Now you got a little styloid process here as well on the ulna right there. And this is the head of the ulna. Real quick, yeah, we're good. Just remember, radius is on the outside, it's got this little head on here, and the ulna is on the inside, it's got that weird head shape there. Okay, and then, ooh, do I have to tell which one's left or right? I don't know, but just in case, radius, the styloid process is always going to be pointing on the outside, and then you've got your radial tuberosity on the inside. So always point styloid process to the outside, on the inside, and then, oh, look at that. Okay, so what I'm feeling right now is on the radius, this is flat, but here on the back, we've got kind of like another, that looks like that. So I think if they give me a random one of these, what I could do is orient the flat side to the front and look at which way the styloid process is pointing. So if it's pointing on the right, or wait, if it's pointing to the right, it would be a left radius. But if it's pointing to the right, no, oops. If it's pointing to the left, it would be a right radius. And then here, I mean, right. Sure. I don't even know how I would be able to tell if this is a left or right. How can I tell if this is a left or right humerus though? Okay, so if I want to tell that this is a left or right humerus, I would have the head pointing, imagine it's pointing towards the medial side of the body, and then the trochanters have to face forward. There you go. So you've got your head, you're using the trochanters facing forward, and then your olecranon fossa would be pointing back. So that's pretty easy. So once you do that, like you put it against your body, your olecranon fossa, then you've got it figured out. Which one's going left, which one's going right. And I think that's it. Metacarpals, we don't have to know those. Wait, carpals we don't have to know. Metacarpals know what their proximal and distal ends articulate with. These are your metacarpals. The proximal ends articulate with the carpals, and the distal ends articulate with the phalanges. And then it says phalanges, 14 long bones, know what their proximal and distal ends articulate with. I mean, proximal ends of the phalanges would articulate with the metacarpals, and then, well, it just depends which one you're looking at. Are you talking about this one, or this one? But this would be your proximal phalanx, medial phalanx, and distal phalanx. Cool little shot of the coracoid. Good. I think that's it though.